Hey guys, give me just 1 second. I'm trying to get all this done up because again, I do not have a little clicker that allows me to set both of them up while I'm sitting at my chair. I don't like it, not one bit. All right, guys. Hi there. Whew. Welcome to another edition of Chalking with Babycakes. Here I am in all my glory. I went for my walk earlier today. I've been sitting out on the back deck here, just enjoying the quarantine weather. And because it's like 70 degrees out, it's beautiful. I'm loving it. But I wanted to come on and do some chalking with you because I didn't do any chalking yesterday. Yesterday I ended up spending a long time doing the sorting of all my stencils. I don't know if you saw my post earlier today, but for those of you who did and responded, it was roughly 12 hours that I spent. So I spent about 8 hours yesterday, 8 to 9 hours yesterday, and another 3 to 4 hours today. And so that's like from the time I started till the time I stopped. That includes like any breaks for phone calls and stuff like that, and checking my email every once in a while. So roughly 12 hours of sorting all my stencils, guys. 12 hours. That's how many stencils I have, guys. So when you guys want to come out to a chalk and talk, know that you're going to have a lot of things to choose from. So today I've got three projects, 2 towels, and 1 chalkboard surface. So this one is it's the fruit of the spirit is what I'm going to do on this one. And I thought it was very fitting for this time of year. So what this one says is the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, patience, faithfulness, goodness, gentleness, self-control, kindness, peace. Galatians 5:22 and 23. So, this is what I'm going to do today. So as you see, by the way, before I get completely started, how are you guys doing today? How are you guys holding up? There's a lot going on out there. I know this whole COVID-19 thing has got everybody under wraps and has got like everybody in all kinds of different states of whatever. So let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. I'll be done with my quarantine in 5 more days. Pretty excited about that. So I'm going to do 3 different colors on this one. There's a lot of, this is getting pretty, this might be the last time I use this green one because it's like, look at that. There's like nothing and it's pretty yucky. But fortunately, I'm only looking at using the green for this little olive branch. And remember, so when you open up your paste jars, you want to get them stirred up really good. And you want it to be a nice yogurt-like consistency. So I'm getting all of these stirred up really good beforehand so I can use them all at once, right? So I don't have to get one color and whatever. So I'm going to be doing, and one of the other things you want to check when you're doing a surface that's got like a hanger on the back, make sure that your hanger is in the right direction. Ask me how I know. My husband can probably attest to the fact that he has had to take off many hangers and put them on the other side because I chalked the wrong way. But it happens. So because I'm going to do a couple different colors on here, and I'm mainly, honestly, I'm mainly doing it in this blue color, and then I'm going to do the dove in a white color, and then of course the olive branch in a green color. So I'm going to want to be a little bit more precise and not go as quickly as I normally do because you don't want to mix those colors up a whole lot. So what I'm doing So I'm concentrating, and it's hard for me to talk and concentrate at the same time. So what I'm going to do is, you know how when I do a couple different colors, I do the paste and peel method, right? How many of you have heard me talk about the paste and peel method? So I just pulled it up a little bit. So then when this falls back down, it won't be right on top of it, and the paste won't dry in there. All right, let me get one of these other smaller guys. So then I'm going to do the dove here. In white. And I'm using this multi-tool. To do this in the white, so this way I can be a little bit more precise. Because sometimes you do want to be precise. When you're using just all one color on a stencil, it's easy. You can just kind of go and have at it. But since I'm using a couple of different colors in precise areas, I can't do that as well. All right. So those ones are done. So I'm going to want to peel this up because, of course, I don't want the white, the dove to stick down there. Because remember, if you leave it down and it gets, the paste dries on the silkscreen portion of it, it's going to pull up when you pull the stencil up. And that's something you don't want to happen. If it does happen, it's easy to fix, especially if you're doing it on a non-porous surface. If you're doing it on a non-porous surface, you can just wash everything off and start from scratch. So that's one option. If you're doing it on a porous surface, you can try going over it again after you clean your stencil up really good and let it dry. You can go over it again and try to get those areas. It will leave it to where it's not as crisp and clean looking. And sometimes that could be fine. It just depends on what look you're going for when you do that. All right. Here we go. And this is just how easy this is, guys. That one is done. Put those down. I'm going to put this over here in my water bath. Hey, Christy, how are you? Guess what? I get to come back to work in 5 days. Are you excited? So are you on team 1 or team 2? Or does that affect you at all? I'm excited. So here's the first one. And the other two are actually just going to be 2 towels. And I'm just doing those single colors. And if you want to purchase that, $25. Okay, guys? $25. Snap it up today. Want it in a couple different colors? Let me know, and I could probably make it in a different color for you. Let me throw all these over here in my water bath. Start getting this cleaned up a little bit. So you know what's sad, guys? Hey, Jeannie. I miss you. I will, hopefully we'll be able to get together for a chalk and talk soon. Have some wine. Ah, Christy, that's not fair. You can't be on team 1. Oh well, we'll get to see each other. I'm sure of it. Eventually, when all this stuff dies down, right? When the world stops going crazy. Uh-oh. You know what I didn't do? Is I didn't bring a little thing to put underneath this. Because remember, when you're using your inks, you want to make sure you have something under your fabric because your ink will bleed through. So there's that. And that's not good. Get all this. So what's been really sad is, you know, okay, so it's not sad, but the first four days or so of quarantine, 4 or 5 days of quarantine, you know, they had Harry Potter marathons on. Guess what's not on right now, guys? There are no Harry Potter marathons on. I can't take it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's awful. I'm kidding. It really is not that big of a deal, I guess. I don't turn the TV on much anyways because there's all kinds of silly stuff going on and I don't want to be a part of it. I really don't want to hear all the bad news. I'm like in my my quarantine, away from everybody, away from the news. Now I do miss people. I do miss my chalking. I miss my family. But the craziness that's going on out in the world today, I'm not missing that one bit. All right, so this is going to be a funny saying, guys. This one it's going to be a dish towel, and it says, "When I said I do, I didn't mean the dishes." So I'm going to do this one in a dark ink, dark blue. Midnight Sky is what it's called. And the inks are a lot thinner than the pastes, so they're easier to work with in the sense that they don't dry as quickly, so you can leave them on a little bit longer. But the flip side of that is if you do make a mistake, like if I went over this stencil and I went outside the lines of the stencil, I couldn't fix that. About the only way I would be able to fix that is if I were to put something on, like some kind of embellishments or something on over it. And not necessarily embellishments, that's not what I meant to say. If I took in, say I put some flowers around it, or since this is a kitchen one, I did something with kitchens like pots and pans or something. But it's the same concept with the inking. You just take in, just like you do with the paste, you get everything on there, and anything that's excess, and I'm being very careful down at the bottom so I don't get it on the towel. Any excess you put right back in the jar, just like that. And then you take this up. And you put it in the bath just like the other ones. You wash it just like you do everything else. That would be a great bridal shower gift, wouldn't it? Wait till you see the next one I'm gonna do. It's even funnier. So there's that one. So yeah, so if you guys have like somebody that you know that's gonna be getting married soon, I can make these for them. How cute would those be? So there's the first one. There's a lot of activity going on today down here at the lake. There's people doing all kinds of construction, it seems like, all over the place. And there's been some people out on the lake, which has been beautiful because it's been really nice out the past 2 days. And then let's see what else has been going on. There was a couple dogs that were running around. I don't know who they belong to. Apparently their owners found them, but they seem to be having a good old time running around playing in the lake. It's getting that time, guys. What's one of the first things you're going to do when you decide, when this whole thing is over with? Where's the first place you want to go when this whole outbreak stuff is over with? Oh, this one says, "Don't worry, dishes, nobody's doing me either." So that's the second one I'm doing. I like these quirky little sayings. Now remember, if you're ever interested in any of my towels are $8 a piece, or 2 for $15. And I do have the live sale coming up. I have not done a shower curtain fabric. I would imagine because the fabric is a different, it's not like a cotton fabric, I don't know how that would work. I don't know if it would actually get in there and I could heat set it to where it would stay. Now, if it was like the outer curtain that was just like a normal fabric, and if that was a normal fabric, I could probably do that. But I don't know. Maybe I'll have to try that one of these days and figure it out. This one I'm just doing in a gray color. And as you can see, I'm still being kind of cautious because, again, with the inks, if you get outside the lines, you're not going to be able to erase it. So you want to be careful and keep it inside the lines. I know that coloring inside the lines would have worked out well for me, that I learned in school, right, guys? And just like the paste, you just squeegee it up. Put that down. And there we go. 3 things done in the matter of, how many minutes have I been on here, guys? Not very long at all, right? So let me flip this one around. Now what I'm going to have to do when I get home, of course, is I'm going to have to heat set that with my heat press. It will be, if you don't have a heat press, like if you're doing this on your own and you don't have a heat press, you would have to iron it for 4 minutes on each side to make sure that it is heat set, and then it can go through the washing machine just like any of your other towels. So any of my towels that you guys do decide to get, you can do that with any of these towels that I do, because they're all heat set, so they're all permanent that way. So that's kind of all I have for you guys today. I finished up my stencils sorting this morning, so when we do get back at the having the chalk and talks, those of you who are used to how I had my stencils organized before may find it a little bit more difficult because I have them arranged slightly different. I still have the whole spring, summer, fall, Christmas, winter type stuff, but some of the other ones are sorted a little bit differently, and that took me, again, like I said earlier, like 12 hours, guys. That's how many stencils I have. So that's how many I have for you to choose from. So if you are interested, right now I have one scheduled for the 17th, but with all this stuff that's going on, the whole, coronavirus, COVID-19, I'm not sure if we're still going to be able to do that or not, because there are a lot of places are doing those stay-at-home orders. So if things aren't looking good, which really they're kind of not, I'm going to talk to Miss Lisa about that. She's the owner of Wine Antiques and More, to see what we're going to do with that, and we'll just go with the May class then. And the other thing though is my live sale. So don't forget, I'm having a live sale, guys. So all this stuff here that I've been making while I'm in quarantine, and don't worry, I'm not sick. I'm really not. I get phone calls every day about, are you feeling this? Are you feeling that? And I've been fine the entire time. So live sale on the 18th of April. Everything that I've made here, if it hasn't sold before that, will be available, as well as a bunch of other stuff. You'll see some sneak peeks coming up. And I will get out some instructions here before too terribly long. So join me, please, 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 please. Share it out to all your friends. Invite everybody. All right, guys? Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. It's been a beautiful day down here. I'm going to go finish my evening out on the deck with my glass of wine. Okay, so this might not be my first glass of wine, but I'm going to go finish out on the deck, glass of wine, enjoy the nice weather. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.